Well, 6:30, we're back in business with our Vendée Flash this evening, and back in business at the front of the fleet where the leaders are in 40 knots of wind. Yannick Bestaven celebrating his 48th birthday at 53 degrees south in 40 knots of wind and doing 18, 19 knots. What a way to celebrate your birthday. Meantime, mast climb for Benjamin Dutroux. He has had to climb the mast to retrieve his J2, or fraction part of his J2, which was left up the mast. A particularly difficult climb for him, but he is recovering just now and lying in 10th place. Meantime, Stéphane Le Deraison, the skipper of Time for Oceans, having to do at Louis Burton, getting towards Macquarie Island. He plans to stop there and drift downwind in the lee, the same as Burton did. He has to replace sort his hook problem out and his mast track the same as the Louis Burton did. And this was Stéphane Le Deraison today.
Bon, ce matin là, du 28 décembre, c'est un petit peu la gueule de bois. Je voulais renvoyer la grand voile haute avec le temps faible, et puis bah voilà, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Cette fois-ci, c'est carrément le chariot de hook qui a cassé, c'est-à-dire que j'ai pas de solution Là, j'ai pas de solution de réparation, donc ça veut dire qu'il va falloir aller se mettre à l'abri pour trouver un endroit pour monter au mât, passer une drisse externe, je sais pas, enfin bon, faut réfléchir, mais là c'est la mauvaise nouvelle. Et du coup, je m'arrête. Enfin, je m'arrête. Je ralentis le bateau le temps de trouver la solution.
So difficult times there for Stéphane Le Deraison. Let's look at the rankings. It's 6 o'clock this evening. Well, as we said, Yannick Bestaven increasing his lead on his birthday. He's now 153 miles ahead of Charlie Dallin. Bestaven doing 17.6 knots, Dallin 17.3. And in third place, Thomas Rion, 278 miles behind the leader, also doing 17 knots. Damien Seguin is in fourth place, and there's only 105 miles between third and 10th, so the peloton still extremely tightly packed. Damien Seguin in fourth, 310 miles behind the leader. Isabelle Josch in fifth, only 45 miles or so behind Seguin. Jean Le Cam in sixth, Maxime Sorel in seventh. Boris Herrmann dropped to eighth. Remember, he was up in third earlier on in the lighter winds, but he's still very, very much in touch, and indeed is Giancarlo Pedotti in ninth, Benjamin Dutroux in 10th. Louis Burton's in 11th, he's catching up all the time. He's doing 18.4 knots, 140 miles between him and 10th, and as I say, he's doing 18.4 knots. He's done a good 24-hour day as well. Further down the table then, Alan Rura, our Swiss skipper, had his problems, but he's back up to reasonable speed just now, 13 knots this evening. Arnaud Boissier in 16th. He has been quicker than Pip here, moved out 20 miles over the course of the last 24 hours on Pip. Pip's been just a little bit slower. And Pip is 10 miles ahead of Jeremy Biou. Maybe the English skipper is going to be the next victim for Jeremy Biou on Chiral over the next few hours. Biou's in 18th, Stéphane Le Deraison slowed to 5.3 knots in 19th. Didac Costa 20th and Kojiro Shiraishi in 21st. 22nd, Manuel Cousin, and 23rd, Miranda Merin. And Kojiro Shiraishi, he's had his problems in the last few days. He's had some sail repairs, but he's in good form today, and this is Koji.
12月28日ですね。青空が出てますね。まあ海面は荒れてますけども、昨日ほどじゃないです。昨日はいろんな波が来て大変だったんですけども、まあ波が比較的、一定の方向に流れるんで走りやすいです。今ちょうど、タスマニアの沖なんですけども、工程の 50% 超えました。やりました。いやー、なんかよく 50% 半分来たなっていう感じですね。でもね、モチベーション的にはこれからどんどん減っていくっていうか、ゴールに向かっていくということなんで、なんかどんどん、フランスが近づいてくる感じですね。なんかレサーブルドローンが近づいていくんで、いよいよ帰り道だなって感じです。まあでも最後までね、まだまだ半分なんでね、次はホーム岬、ですね。安全にホーム岬通過して、また再び大西洋に帰れるように 油断しないで精一杯頑張っていけるようにねやります。船もね、頑張ってますよ。グローバル1も頑張ってますよ。はい、以上です。これから帰り道です。どんどん近づいていく感じでね、とっても嬉しいです。はい、以上です。
So big smiles from Kojiro Shiraishi at the halfway mark, and all these little milestones doubly enjoyable for Koji. Remember, he had to finish into Cape Town last time, and so he's going well, and the smiles are always there on board DMG Morai. And just to correct myself quickly, Pip Hare is indeed the next victim for Jeremy Bio, but there's actually 600 miles between them and not 10 miles. Let me quickly then run through the rest of the standings. Miranda Marin in 23rd, Clement Giraud in 24th, Alexia Barrier in 25th, and Ari Husela 26th, and Sebastian Destremo still a little bit slow this evening, obviously heading towards his bay in Tasmania and doing about 3.8 knots, so that's Sebastian Destremo on Mercy. Join us tomorrow on our Vendée Globe Live at 12:30 UTC. Our guest is then will be Dee Kifari, the Vendée Globe racer and Volvo Ocean racer, and looking at an Olympic two-handed programme. Join us tomorrow then with Dee. Any questions, do post them on our social media channels on Facebook, Twitter or on Instagram. We'll see you then.